नमस्कार। आप सभी छात्र अपने अपने घरों पर सकुशल से अपने इष्ट मित्रों परिवारजनों के साथ रह रहे होंगे तथा इस वैश्विक बीमारी कोरोना से बचने का जो उपाय बताए गए हैं, डॉक्टरों द्वारा सुझाए गए हैं, उनका साक्षर पालन कर रहे होंगे। इसी आशा के साथ मेरा मानना है कि आप सभी लोग सकुशल होंगे। एक रिक्वेस्ट है आप लोगों से कि आप सभी लोग अपने आसपास के ऐसे लोग जो किन्हीं कारणों से अपनी रोजी रोटी नहीं कमा सक रहे हैं, तो जहाँ तक संभव हो, जिस तरीके से संभव हो, उनकी मदद जरूर करें, लेकिन सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पालन करते हुए लोकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के मैकेनिज्म को कॉन्फिडेंस में लेकर के उनके अनुसार ही पालन करें। साथ ही चूँकि आप स्टूडेंट्स हैं तो डेफिनेट है कि आप लोग अपनी तैयारी भी, पढ़ाई भी अच्छी तरह कर ही रहे होंगे, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। तो इसी आशा के साथ हम बात करते हैं अपने टॉपिक की। तो जैसे कि स्टडी वी हैव टॉक अबाउट स्पेशली द करेक्टर्स ऑफ आवर लेसन, that is the animal kingdom, in which we have talk about the all common characters which is on the basis of which organism can be classified, right? So we have to directly comes on the characters, that is the non-chordata, right? And how we can capable to explain all these non-chordators, what are different features, what are different characters of these organisms. For that we have to talk about that the animals kingdom include at least 35 phyla, out of the which 11 are considered as the major phyla, means larger one. But we can say animal can be classified into two major groups on the basis of presence of notochord and absence of notochord, in which the organism can be classified into notochordata and chordata. Means notochordata are the organisms in which the notochord is not present, right? And or absent, you can say. In chordata the notochord is present, right? So we can also classify it on the basis of presence of absence of vertebral column in these organisms into the invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates means the organisms which do not have the backbone, and the organisms which have the backbone, they are known as vertebrates. So on the basis of all these things we can be classified these over here. So we can say, if we can talk about the phylum Porifera, right? Means we can say especially this phylum Porifera, the first, right? Means it is also included the non-chordates. If we can talk about the different phylum of the non-chordates, in which the first one, that is called the Porifera. As this Porifera, right? Or you can say this Porifera means itself says that porous means the pore, fairy means to wear, means the organism which can be always helped or made up of with the help of enormous number of the pores in its body. We can say it includes the first and the most primitive or group of the multicellular organisms. We can say it can be referred to the poriferans or pore bearing animals. Means this porifera contains a large number of pores in its body. So we can say it can be known, and it is a primitive organism, multicellular organism. Evenly we can talk that multicellular animals and are the commonly these are known as sponges, right? And if we talk about their features, their habitats, especially the these porifera organisms can be found especially mostly in marine, and some are in the freshwater habitat, right? And found in pond and lakes like spongilla, right? Evenly this, if we can talk about the study of this, right, poriferans, that is called paralogy. Note down all of you that is the study of this poriferans is known as paralogy. It is a branch of studying of the porifera phylum. Then we have to talk about the shape and size of these organisms, right? Then we can say the size of sponges are generally start from 1 centimeter to 1 meter in length, right? Means its size is larger in compared to other one. So we can say it is generally, it is most important in point of view size, means they can be up to 1 meter or more than less than 1 meter also up to 1 centimeter over there. So this is the condition through which we can easily understand that there may be the such conditions in their according to their sizes. Later on we can say, if we can talk about the another thing, especially that they have a vase like cylindrical shape. आपके घरों में जो फ्लावर पॉट ऐसा रहता है उसके वास जैसा स्ट्रक्चर रहता है, तो उसी स्ट्रक्चर के भी इन ऑर्गेनिज्म का शेप रहता है. अगर आगे बात करते हैं सिमेट्री की, राइट, तो जनरली जब वास लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है तो इट कैन बी ऑलवेज यू कैन से देयर बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर इज जस्ट सिलेंड्रिकल फॉर्म्स, राइट, लाइक साइकॉन which can be show the radial symmetry while the sponges showing the irregular shape and has no symmetry. Means जनरली जो साइकोन एक पॉरीफेरेंस होता है उसके अंदर रेडियल सिमेट्री होती है, लेकिन जो स्पॉन्जेस होते हैं दे आर एसिमेट्रिकल ऑर्गेनिजम्स. अब एसिमेट्रिकल एंड सिमेट्रिकल आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू इन द प्रीवियस टॉपिक, राइट. देन वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट देयर बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर्स, राइट, और बॉडी वॉल. देन वी कैन से दैट the body wall contains outer dermal layer that is known as pinacoderm, right, and inner gastral layer or the that is known as coenoderm. And talk about another thing, that these organisms, this pinacoderm contains a flat cells called the pinacocytes, and we can say coenoderm, the internal layer, that is considered spherical cell with coral form which is flagellum emerges out, right, and we can say then they also called the flagellated cells or coral cells in their organisms, right. So on the other hand, this on the basis of other things, especially we can say on the body organization, generally they are the sponges, so the cellular level organizations and almost they are independent organism. And if we talk about the germ layer, they are the diploblastic, means they are the ectoderm and the endoderm. Body cavity, we can say that the sponges has a large cavity called the spongiocole or the paragastric cavity, right, means they have a body specific minute pores, that is ostia, into the central cavity that is called spongiocoles, and we can say that there is a body cavity in that condition. Evenly this spongiocole, it can be opened to a outside of this terminal opening called the osculum. यही जो ओस्टिया बाहर से है, उसके बाद इंटरनल बॉडी कैविटी हो गई, स्पॉन्जियोकोल हो गई, व्हेनेवर इट गोज आउट थ्रू दी मींस जनरली दे कैन बी ओपन इन द आउटर body surface, that is called the osculum. Later on we can say about the skeleton, generally it is the internal, include the inorganic spicules and the organic spongin fibers, right. And if we can talk about their canal system, how the different substance can be moved inside them, we can say they are most important feature of sponges. That canal system is the network of the channels called canals, right, which connect the spongiocole to the outside through the ostia. मीन्स जो कैनल सिस्टम है वो उसकी पूरी बॉडी को स्पंजियोकोल को आउट आपस में जोड़ के रखता है, साथ ही जो आउटर बॉडी पे स्ट्रक्चर है ओस्टिया उसके साथ भी उसको जोड़ने का हेल्प करता है, राइट. वी कैन से द चैनल्स एंड लाइन बाय द कोइनोसाइट्स एंड मेंटेन कांस्टेंट फ्लो ऑफ वाटर फ्रॉम द ओस्टिया टू ओस्कुलम. ओस्टिया से ओस्कुलम की तरफ को वाटर फ्लो के लिए थ्रू द स्पंजियोकोल्स. इट can be always very helpful for the nutritions, respirations, reproductions and excretions. If we talk about the digestive system in the porifera, we can say especially these animals have intracellular, right, in nature, and circulatory system, the amoeboid cells transport food from the ingesting cells to other cells, right. Respiration, they can be always respire to the surface of their body by the diffusion process. Excretion, generally through the surface of their body in the formation of diffusion to form ammonia, right. Even sensory, the sponges lack of sensory organs but nerve cells, so they can poor response to the stimuli. जनरली इसलिए क्या होता है, ये सॉलिटरी ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं, एक ही जगह पे अटैचमेंट के रूप में पड़े रहते हैं किसी भी कॉलोनीज पे, किसी भी जगह पे. ये मूवमेंट नहीं करते ज़्यादातर, राइट। इसके अलावा हम कह सकते हैं कि फॉर द रिप्रोडक्शंस, राइट, sponges reproduce by sexually and asexually both. If we can talk about asexually reproductions, they can capable to in the formation of budding and gametes or internal buddings, right. So these are conodia. In those all three conditions are seen in them. And if we can talk about the sexual reproduction in the sponges, the reproduction involves the fusion of the ova and the spermatozoa. Evenly we can say the fertilizations and development. The fertilization is internal, right, and sperm of one sponges are carried by water current to ova to the another sponges for in situ fertilization, or means inside the body. And development are mostly indirect with the larval stages called the parenchyma and the amphiblastula. Especially if we can say the development after fertilization, you can say the development is the indirect with larval stages, मीन इनमें जो होता है लार्वल स्टेजेस दिखाई नहीं देती है, सीधे सीधे डेवलप कर देते हैं. जैसे अगर हम बात करते हैं पेरेन्काइमुला स्पेशली ल्यूकोसोलेनिया में और एम्फीब्लास्टुला साइकोन में, तो उसमें डायरेक्ट क्या होता है कि स्पेशली लार्वल स्टेजेस ना होकर के इनकम्प्लीट स्टेजेस रहती है, जिससे सीधे सीधे डेवलपमेंट हो जाता है अगले करेक्टर्स का. You can just see the diagram of the given in this, right, in which you can easily see the osculum, right, evenly this is the osculum, upper one, right, and the different other parts, and these all minute holes you can see all over inside them. These are the different pores, and this is the structure of the cycon, in which you can I think everyone understand, means this whole structure can be plays a very important role. Means this osculum can be only one entry point, right, only inside the this whole one they are the very specular coils through which they are interconnected. Ostia is over there and the osculum is on the top one, right, through which they can be just transported all kinds of substances from their body. Then we have to talk about the another one, that is the phylum called Ctenophora or the Coelenterata, right. We can say especially the Ctenophora can also again catenary means combs and force means bearing, especially they have specific typic structures which can be seen in such a condition. So we can say they can be just like Ctenophores, right, or even we can say the comb jellies or the sea walnuts, exclusively they generally marine one. And we can say the Ctenophora were coined by George Cuvier. It includes about 50 species, right. And if we talk about the another conditions, right, in which we talk about its habitat, that is these are the exclusively marine forms and they can form solitary pelagic free swimming conditions. And evenly the body organizations, they are diploblastic acoelomates with a tissue grade, and the organizations body is soft, delicate, transparent and gelatinous like jellyfishes without segmentations, right. And we can talk about the body symmetry. Generally they are the radial symmetry, and the arrangement of the comb plates gives the appearance of the radial symmetry, and tentacles and branching of the gastrovascular canals, so the bilateral symmetry. Evenly we can say the digestive systems, the digestion is both extracellular and the intercellular. Skeletal and the circulatory, respiratory and excretory systems are generally absent in the Ctenophora. And we also can say the respirations and the excretions, these process occurs through the general body surfaces. And in the other hand, the nervous system consists of the nerve cells with an arboreal sense organs, that is called statocytes of balance. Evenly there is a reproduction. If we talk about the reproduction in the Ctenophora, they can show some specific type of structures, so which can say that they are the hermaphrodite and monoecious and gonads. Means generally they are known as hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means they are the male female are present over there. Fertilization is always external in conditions when they can be release their eggs or the so on. So these can be found in such a conditions through which they can generally, and they have also very important thing that these organisms are known as bioluminescence. Means these organisms can capable to emit the light from their body sometimes, right? So that is their main identity through which they can be easily understand with the help of that one. Similarly, if we can talk about the other phylum, that is called the Cnidaria, right? We can talk about this Cnidaria, especially this is important one. Even it is the second phylum of the non-chordates, but by mistake I have started from the third one. But if we can talk about the phylum Cnidaria or the Cnidaria, there are 9,000 species of Cnidarians, right? And the name of Cnidaria is, we can say, nettle or the sting cells, because they have some specific type of structures in their body one. Or we can say they can be cnidoblast. And if we can talk about the general features, right, habit and habitat, so we can say the Cnidarians are the exclusively they are marine, right? Especially as the example you will see over there, that is Obelia, Polypepodrum, Medusa, Polypepodrum. These all are different conditions in which the Obelia, Aurelia, Phacelia, right? These are different freshwater. And if we talk about the Cnidaria, the freshwater Cnidaria, generally they are the Hydra one, right? If we talk about the organization and the body wall, they have a tissue grade organism, means the tissue will start over their development over here. So you can say there are tissue level organisms are found over there in their organisms. Evenly, we can say they are diploblastic, and layers of body wall contain several types of the cells such as sensory cells, nerve cells, epithelial cells. If we can talk about the coledometric cavity, coledometric cavity means generally they are the valentrons or the gastrovascular cavity present, right, which can be into opens mouth to hypostome, and mouth is used to both for ingestion and the egestion. Generally, in case of this Cnidaria, the mouth can do the both processes, egestion also and ingestion also, right? If we can talk about the tentacles in their body, they have a specific tentacles which can be always helpful for to identify the surrounding conditions. So we can say that the many thin, long, cylinder, hollow structures, they are the known as tentacles, and they can paralyze the capture the prey. Means whenever they can going to be capture their prey, their food, they can paralyze with the help of the tentacles to that organism. Evenly, we can say about the skeleton, the horny calcareous structure or skeleton is found over there in their body, right? Evenly, we can say especially they are the exoskeleton, calcareous exoskeleton organisms, as well as they have also endoskeleton present in their body. So we can say these are the syntrates with the exoskeleton or the calcium carbonates are called corals in that conditions. If we talk about the digestion, right? Digestion in the centurion and gastrovascular cavity, both are intracellular and extracellular in digestions, right? Exchange of gases can be occur directly, as well as cells are indirectly contact with the water one. And we can talk about the nervous system, that they form a nerve net, and unipolar neurons are loosely arranged in the body wall, which can through which they can be capable to move from one to another places, right? And there is another thing that is most important about this one, that is the polymorphism, right? Means you have to know about that polymorphism. They can shoot two types of called that polyp and the medusa, that is called the polymorphism, right? Means this polymorphism can shows the structures, special structures, means the one that is that polyp, that is cup shape, this is known as polyp. And about the medusa, that is umbrella shape, means they can be seen in such type of their structures in their body one. So we can say the polyp, they can always have the sashes in their body, right? And these sashes are cylindrical structure with a mouth and tentacles facing upwards, यानी इनका उसमें मुंह कैसा होता है, ऊपर की तरफ रहता है, जैसा आपने ऑरेलिया में देखा भी होगा, राइट, या एडमेशिया में भी देखा होगा. सो दिस कैन बी सीन, बट ऑन द अदर हैंड, राइट, स्पेशली इट कैन बी दिस कंडीशंस, polyp conditions can be seen especially in the admesia. But on the other hand, there is another conditions that the hydra, admesia, right, and medusa is a free swimming zoids with the mouth and tentacles facing downwards, aurelia, right. मीन्स जब हम बात करते हैं मेडूसा की, तो मेडूसा में क्या होता है, ट्री लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होगा, अम्ब्रेला लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होगा, जिसमें उसका माउथ क्या होगा, नीचे की तरफ रहता है, राइट. मीन्स जनरली आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा, जैसे कि जो ऑरेलिया है, ऑरेलिया की कंडीशन में जो आपका माउथ है वो आपका स्पेशली कहा गया नीचे की तरफ रहेगा, और एडमेशिया की कंडीशन में वो माउथ ऊपर की तरफ वो ओपन रहता है, जो टेंटिकल से कवर रहता है, जिसकी मदद से वो आसानी से अपने ऑर्गेनिज्म को कंज्यूम कर लेता है. दैट्स वाई दिस मेडुसी और पॉलिप जनरली दे आर आफ्टर सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शंस, while polyps form medusa through the vegetative budding, and many variations occur in these zoids forms. This phenomena is known as polymorphism, which help in division of the labor. Right. Later on, we can say this can also help for this reproductions. Right. We can say the cylindriates or cylindria have the both asexual and sexual methods. In many cylindrians, polyps usually reproduces asexually by the budding to the give rise to medusa. The medusa bear gonads or the sex organs and the reproduce sexually to form polyps one. Evenly we can say fertilization, generally it is external or internal. And if we can talk about the alternation of generations, means they can show the different stages of their life, that we can say the cnidarians complete their life cycle by two phases, asexually reproducing polyp phases and sexually reproducing medusa phases. इसीलिए इसे पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म भी कहा गया है, और साथ ही अल्टरनेटिव जनरेशन की स्टेजेस इसकी लाइफ में आती है, तो जिसकी वजह से हम ये कंडीशन मान सकते हैं कि इट इज़ इन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म एंड सेक्सुअली एंड द एसेक्सुअली कंडीशन ओवर देयर, right. So we can say especially this cylindrian exhibits in both ovula as well as polyp produces medusa asexually and the medusa when produced by polyp sexually. So this is can be always help them for that one. So again that we can say the asexual reproduction polyp phases and sexual reproduction medusa phases, those cylindrian which exist in both phases or exhibit alternation generation or metagenesis. We can also say that cnidarians or cyntrates exhibits advancement over sponges as they possess the tissue level of organization body with well defined layers of the cells and digestive cavity. So there are lots of examples over there can be seen. As this is the structure of the Aurelaria, in which you can see the tentacles are just, its mouth is just downwards, and these are the oral arms, which are, these are different tentacles which can be seen all over their body inside, which through they can be mouth is from the underside. But on the other hand, they can be also this is the structure of Phacelia, right, evenly. So you can understand about all such type of structures, that these animals can be easily found in different categorizations, and they can be shows the different structures of their body, right. I think everybody understand about all these things easily, that so with the help of this they can be shows their different conditions. So students, you must prepare the characters of general characters and write down the some questions especially about this category, about these organisms, especially if we can say that some specific, right. So suppose we can talk about the examples of animals which exhibits the alternation of generation. So for that you have to get special questions, right? Evenly you have to prepare their notes also, as well as you have to also write their characters, means on the basis of different under the heading of different headings, means you have to write the notes heading wise, not directly in the format of. So students, thank you, and prepare your notes and be happy. You also write down the characters on the basis of their structures and the basis of their diagrams, right? And also known their specific characters due to which they are differ from other one. So students, be safe at your home, stay in your home and make